That's it, period.
You act like you need a mind, trying to do it over, bring it back and rewind it. But all that glitters isn't gold, I was blind. Should've never give you my heart on consignment. And I can't believe the lies that I went for. Thought you was mine, but you decided to be with him. Now you took my feelings and just
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Before we get started, pause this video. Y'all know what I'm about to say. You should already know what I'm about to say. Did you like and subscribe to this video? If you didn't, that's not okay. So let's get to that now. Pause this video and do this right now, because you don't really need to, because you can still listen to what I'm about to say. Now I know y'all see this notebook, okay? And y'all know as soon as I have my notebook, that means I have some information for you guys. So today is tips on how to handle college, because I know there's a bunch of you starting college now, and especially because of the times and corona, it's kind of different because it's mostly online, which is kind of annoying. I know you guys wanted the college experience, going on campus, doing all that, meeting your professors. I know it's totally sad. I'm sad about it too, but hey, there's tips to get through that, because I did have to do my spring semester online, so I know how it feels. The first topic is time management. Okay, time management is really important when it comes to college, especially now that we have it online. Having class online is kind of difficult to keep time management, because it's you think you have all the time in the world because you're home. That's not true. That's not true. So all of you guys thinking, oh yeah, it's looking like a full-time job in school, don't do that. That's crazy. First of all, I'm gonna tell y'all straight up, that's crazy. Why would you do that? A full-time job in school and full-time school, that's not gonna work for you. College ain't no high school. It's not easy. So get that out your head. It's not gonna work. Time management, it's really good to make a calendar. Have a calendar, set out the time, put what you have due on each day, because professors you think everything is popping because one professor gives you one thing and it's due in 2 weeks, and you're like, oh, I have time to do that. Do not do that. As soon as they get you something, they give you something that's due, do it right then and there, because best believe in that 2-week span, bro, every other professor is gonna have something due the next day and the next day and the next day. Now you're all jumbled up, and you even forgot about the first professor that gave you something due in 2 weeks, and then when 2 weeks pop up, that's when you're scrambling to do it. I'm telling you, as soon as they give you something, do it. Write it on a piece of calendar. This is due this day. You check it off every time you finish something. It works perfectly. Now I'm telling you, do not do what you used to do in high school and wait until last minute to do your work, because I was like that in high school too. Best believe, my first semester I'm yeah, I finesse papers, and in 2 hours I got this, I'm gonna do it. Don't do that to yourself. Don't do that to yourself, because as I said before, other professors will give you work that's even worse, and it's gonna be due the next day instead of 2 weeks. The other professor that was nice to give you 2 weeks, another professor is gonna give you something else due the next day and the next day. I'm not even joking. So don't do that. I have a bunch of time and I'm gonna do it later thing. As soon as they give you something, do it right then and there. That's it, period. And I just scroll down all my apps and everything. Honestly, it's looking like for fall, I might have to delete some apps, because that was really an issue with me focusing. So if you have to do that too. Deactivate your Facebook, all of that stuff, because it really doesn't help. It's looking like I'm gonna have to do that in the fall. Next, how to stay focused. Staying focused is kind of hard, especially because of the fact that we're home. Also because I noticed that in myself, I tend during my spring semester and my summer semester, I noticed that I was on my phone a lot, and that was an issue. So all those extra apps, turn your phone off. At least if you don't want to delete anything, turn your phone off for the day. If you have stuff to do, tell everybody you're busy. So if you have a boyfriend or something, tell them you're busy, you're gonna turn off your phone that day so you can get your work done. That's gonna help you stay focused and everything like that. Especially being at home, you think it's gonna be easy. It's not, because you have your bed, you knock out. Do not do work on your bed. I promise you, if you're gonna do work on your bed, you're gonna pass out. Find your kitchen table, sit at your kitchen table. Do not get on a comfortable bed. Do not get on a couch either. Now, dealing with professors, this is really important because there's so many different types of professors out there. I had some professors that were like really nice and they were down to listen, they were down to help. Every professor is down to help, but some of them go about it the wrong way. Professor seems rude, do not be rude back, please. This is not high school, bro. Be the bigger person, okay? Because that's gonna really reflect on your grade if you're being rude to a professor. Like they don't even care. They'll like lower your grade just because you had a bad attitude, because that kind of counts as classwork. But best believe you're gonna have some professors that want to be on the phone, okay? Over the summer, my professor had me on the phone for 8 hours. You got me on the phone for 8 hours for what? Exactly. But like he expected us to talk to him. It was literally class. And it had to be 8 hours because we only had a certain amount of days. It wasn't like a full semester. You're also gonna have you're gonna deal with the professors that do not stop for anything. Don't think this is high school and you can just raise your hand and teacher is gonna be like, oh, you don't understand this, let me go back to the slide. They won't do that for you because there's a bunch of other kids that are on the same timing as him. He don't got time. He has a deadline and he needs to finish. He or she, they need to finish. So they don't got time to be slowing down for anybody, which is why that comes into my next topic, which is office hours, okay? Office hours are important, especially for the professors that do not have time to be stopping for you and to be explaining everything for each person. They have a deadline just like we have a deadline, they have a deadline. They do not have time to slow down. You need to pay attention to each of your professors' office hours. Call them, email them. They'll help you during those hours. Don't be scared talking about, I don't want to ask them for help. Ask them for help because this is your future. Nobody else is. Don't be scared to be asking a professor for help because I used to be like that. I got that out of my system because if I need help, I'm gonna go to you. Tutoring is so important. I know you guys don't want to be tutored by any other kids. You don't want to be tutored. Like, it's weird. Last semester, my spring semester, I had tutoring and tutoring helped me out so much, especially like if it's a class you know from jump you're gonna have issue with. Like, I knew I was gonna have trouble with biology. I went to tutoring the first day I got there. I will come every day. Even when we had to stay home, the tutoring person, he still called me on the days that I was supposed to have tutoring. He helped me out a lot, which helped me boost my grade up, and I got an A at the end of the semester. I was getting tutored by another professor, but kids, smart kids out there, bro, like, you're smart too, but it's like there's people who know the material better than you. They're better in different aspects of the class. You can do that, which ties in into my next topic, which is study groups. Study groups are so important, but you have to make sure that you do not get in study groups with people you know that you cannot focus around with. And I know I have certain friends that I know I can study with. When it comes down to it, we will study and we will get stuff down. If I were you, I wouldn't study with friends. Also, it's way better to study with people in the class that are serious and that you don't really know like that than studying with a friend. Next, studying hacks, okay? Studying hacks, index cards, blessing. I'm telling you, write stuff down on your index cards, go over them on the bus, on your way to class. They're so easy. It helps. I was having trouble studying. I got some index cards, way better. Going to the library, researching, sit down in the library by yourself, bro. Study. Do not be around people that are loud. If you know your house is loud, get out the house. Get out the house right now. Go somewhere else. I'm pretty sure school libraries are supposed to stay open during the semester, even if you don't have class on campus. Libraries are open. If you're on campus, most likely they gave you a single. Lock yourself in your bedroom. Don't let nobody inside. Don't let nobody inside. Study by yourself. That's it. But then it also depends on what type of study person you are. Don't be like, I don't study, I never studied. Especially if you're new to this college thing. And I'm gonna tell you this right now, it's really not the same thing. In high school, I didn't used to study either, and I would just pass with flying colors. And I thought I could do the same thing in college. No, it's two different dynamics. Now let's get into this topic. It really touches up onto my life. If a school is not for you, let it go. Really pay attention to your classes, your professors and everything like that. If a school is not for you, like, a school will let you know if it's for you or not, and it will reflect on your grades. Like, I went through this on my fall semester, then I transferred out because I noticed that school was not for me, and I'm doing way better in my new school, way better. So if a school is not for you, like, I was scared to leave. I was like, I really just wasted my time. No, you didn't. You did not waste your time. You were gonna mess up your grades. That's what you were gonna do. Maybe it's not you, it's the school. I used to think it was me. I was like, my grades are slipping. Like, what's going on? Then I noticed that it's just the classes were too big. They were full of, I had classes with 400 kids. Like, why did I have class with 400 kids? It was just not working for me. With me, I need one-on-one time. I need like small classroom settings so I can hear you properly. Why are you using a microphone to talk to me? It's not gonna work. Don't be afraid to make changes in your life, because it's your life. As I was saying, it's your life. Nobody else's future depends on this except for yours. Don't be afraid to take time off either. Like, time off is bad for certain people. If you know you're the type of person, if you take time off, you're not gonna want to come back. Don't do it to yourself. I know myself. If I take time off, I'm not going back. I'm not going back. So that's why I never did it to myself. Like, I have yet to have a break. Literally, I have yet to have a break because I'm trying to get the hell out. I've been going to school fall, winter, summer semester, spring semester. Like, I've had straight through for my first year. I'm on break right now for a month, then I'm going back. Okay, like, I've had to go through all the semesters. Don't be scared to take a semester off. Don't be scared to do any of that. If you know you're gonna go back, if you know you're gonna go back to school after you take that semester off, and you like, during that time, you think about what you want to do, you think about what major you're trying to do. But if you're just taking a semester off just to fool around, that's dumb. Because if you fool around during that time off, you're not going to want to go back. I'm not joking. You're not going to want to go back. I've seen it happen. You're not going to want to go back. So don't do that to yourself. Don't be scared that you don't know what you want to do. It's normal. We're young. Do different things. Find what interests you in college. That's the fun in college. You get to find out these new things, these new classes, these new careers you didn't even know existed. Like, I know most people just think it's kind of doctor, lawyer, police officer, all this basic stuff. There's so many careers in the world that we do not know about until you get into college. You could do this as a career. You could do that as a career. I didn't know that. So I don't want to make this video too long. So, like, I'm gonna make a part 2. If y'all want a part 2, just drop questions below. And I know it's only been my first year, but like, I've been through it my first year. Like, I transferred, dealt with different professors, realized how my grades were slipping, changed study hacks. So I've been through it, and it's only been my first year. Y'all, I struggled. It's only been my first year, but my grades is popping though, period. So just remember what I said: time management, stay focused, deal with your professors. There's different type of professors. Don't try to get a full-time job just because we're home. I'm not playing with y'all. Pay attention to your professor's office hours. Email them. Don't be afraid to ask for them for help, because they will help you. That's what they're here for. If they don't help you, then you better report them, because they're here to help you, and they will help you. I'm telling you. I have never dealt with a professor that did not want to help you. Index cards for studying, study groups. Do not study with friends that you know will distract you. And I cannot stress that enough. Don't be afraid to ask for help. If the school is not for you, leave, okay? If you see that your grades are slipping, get extra help first. But if you notice that there's other factors, you gotta go. That's what I gotta say. Put you first. Nobody else. You first. Because your future matters. Nobody else's matter. That's your future. Nobody else's. So think about that. And remember that being unsure on what you want to do is okay. You have time. We're like, what, 17, 18, 19? You have time, bro. Don't be all up in your head thinking you have a clock that's ticking. No, it's not. You have time. Don't pick a stupid like major just because you think it gets you paid and then you're just miserable for the rest of your life. Don't do that. Take your time and figure out what you want to do. So thank you for watching, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope that I answered some questions, and I hope that I helped you out. So with that being said, don't forget to press the like, the subscribe button, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. It is raining outside right now, and I'm about to go to work. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I love you guys. Mwah.
Lashes and diamonds, 18 on the streets. Write myself all on my face.